Coach Quill, how has the change in weather impacted the preparation for the season opener for you guys?
There's been no impact because of weather. We came south to make sure we could train in above freezing temperatures, but our content's the same, the day and the intensity is the same. So, we just made a judgment call that worked out for the best, and appreciate Strake Jesuit for letting us use the facility, and it's amazing field. And but weather didn't impact how we train.
What are the biggest takeaways from this week's session as you prepare for Saturday's game?
Just how focused and intense guys are each day, knowing what every decision they make matters, how they prepare for the game, their effectiveness for the game and training, how engaged they are. All these things matter when you're trying to compete for a job. All these guys are deserving to play, but we have to make tough decisions. So we'll continue to fight till the end, and we're discussing it all the time, but the players are doing what they need to do. They're controlling their own destiny in our environment right now.
EB, how has the change in weather impacted your preparation for the season opener?
The change in weather is something out of control, so it doesn't really change preparation too much. We still, at the end of the day, we have a game on Saturday no matter what the weather gives us. So it's one of those things that we just have to adapt to and kind of go with it.
What are the biggest takeaways for this week's sessions as you prepare for Saturday's game?
I think the biggest takeaways from this week are intensity. I think that's the main thing. Obviously, it's the beginning of the season. We may not be as clean as we want coming out of preseason, but if we have the energy and the intensity, I think that's kind of the difference maker for sure.
It's unique. How much juice does that give the team for this week as well as to the stadium on Saturday?
I guess it adds a little bit, but again, the first game of the season always brings a certain level of tension and excitement. So, but yeah, it's a rival game against a team that is a new team with a new coach and trying to develop a new identity. It'll be a tough task for the group, but again, one we're certainly looking forward to. Today's training was great. It's a good start to the week. Got some fresh blood in here, which was much needed with the group as far as bringing some players in and bringing in some competition. So off to a good start.
Looking at the pitch, what do you expect from these guys on Saturday?
Well, we got a brief glimpse of them and early in the preseason, but they also got an early glimpse of us. So it's not ideal, but we both kind of I think felt each other out in that match. Great team speed, a classy forward that knows how to score goals, hold up play, and the addition of one of the best players I think this league's ever seen in Lucho Costa. So, there's not a moment where you can relax against a team like that. And certainly they're scary in transition, physical, and they have some guys that can change games. And we've got some new players coming into our squad. They've got some new players coming into their squad and some new ideas as well. So it'll be an interesting match, and nobody's perfect for the first few months of this season. There's always a lot of changeover and players and ideas. So the trick is to grab points before you're well oiled, because we're all the work in progress right now.
Coach, what changes from preseason to the regular season, and what do you kind of look for in that first game?
Well, preseason's a grind. I don't care what sport it is. 6 weeks of pushing these guys. They're always sore. They're always chasing, feeling that 100%, and that's part of the process. Now it's about giving them the proper rest and letting the bodies feel 100%, so they feel 100% for the match. The mentality today is, you could tell it's a big difference. Towards the end of preseason, guys are just kind of hanging on. You give them a few days and they come out with this game at the end of the week, this opener. You see a whole nother freshness about the group that's really exciting. Staff, everybody, Everybody understands that this is the week before the opener, and it's just a completely different mentality and energy than the preseason.
So do you sense kind of excitement from the guys? Is there some?
100%. 100%. It was, again, probably our best practice of the year so far, and had a similar excitement to the first few days of preseason, and that's what it should look like. I'd be a little bit worried if it wasn't. So again, a lot of excitement about the season and getting going. As I said, playing a rival it doesn't hurt as far as bringing that tension throughout the week. And lastly, we've added a little some fresh blood here today, some new players, which we've seen this all season. A lot of players leaving, and not a lot coming into our squad. So that fresh energy of new guys, and some, maybe even if it's a little bit of the competition side of it to raise the level, that's a normal thing and very healthy.
And I know as a coach, you always have high expectations. But after building off of last year, going into this season, is there, hey, we got to take another step?
We're always looking to take a step forward. But within that, we're also, it's been 2 good years. And I think the trick is to, continue putting good years together, right? Because if you have good years back to back and then you can do it again, eventually you're going to have a great year. And you need a great year to hold trophies. But you got to be in it. You got to ante up. You got to make the playoffs and put yourself in these positions to hold trophies. And that starts this weekend.
And I know as a coach, maybe a jersey is just a jersey, but is there something special about having that 20-year patch going into this season?
Yeah, we're all pretty transient, right? The players and coaches. So I think it means different things to different people. I think our fans are excited about it. And I met a few people the other day that have been here every step of the way for those 20 years. Those are really special moments, I think, for us to have with our fans and the community that has been behind this club for a long time. So it's nice for us to kind of have an excuse to learn a little bit more about the past. There's been a lot of social media and odes to the past that we're all kind of learning about this club. I've been lucky. I've watched it from afar because I was on other teams. But it's an exciting year. It's an exciting year for the league. It's an exciting year for the club. I love the new jerseys. I think they're clean, and I think they'll resonate with the fans. And hopefully they come out adorning them, wearing them this weekend against Dallas.
And then lastly, I know you kind of hate the fan question, and you can only speak to your time here, but what does it feel like soccer has done to this city in these 20 years? And maybe not just the city, just MLS in general.
Yeah, I don't know if I can I hesitate to speak to the history of this city and what the Houston Dynamo means, because I've only been here 2 years. But in that 2 years, I've gotten a sense of the past, the history. I've also played in the league for those 20 years, so I know it from afar, and the championships and and also the community relations component that this team has given the city of Houston. And so I think it's a great franchise. I think we're all very lucky to be playing for it. We'd love more support. We want to continue to get back to some of those glory days and pack the stadium constantly and hold trophies. But the league is, on the greater scale, the league is healthy. It's growing. It's an exciting league. So looking forward to another season.
One last one, just to touch on the fresh blood that you mentioned. The team announced a trade for Michael Holiday today, earlier this morning. How does he fit into the team, and what do you think of him as a player?
Michael's a little bit of a like for like with Griffin Dorsey, and we haven't had someone to really compete with Griffin in the same with that same profile of player in my, sorry, you want to start over? This is just live. All right. Michael's going to bring some depth and some competition to the back line, and in particular, a guy that can get forward and get service off. He's an athletic kid, someone that can, go toe-to-toe on a daily basis with Griffin, push him a little bit. So that's the idea of getting Michael.
All right, Griff, opening up the season with a Texas Derby, it's unique. How much extra juice does this give the team for this week as well to the stadium on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it's a home opener and a derby. You couldn't ask for more in an environment, especially to start the season, so we're excited.
And looking to the pitch, how's the team preparing for this Texas Derby? After a productive preseason, what are you expecting to face against FC Dallas?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got a chance to look at them pretty early in the preseason, and we're going to take some pictures from that and look to put in a performance and get a win.
Alex, what's the opening season like? What is that first game like? Is it jitters, excitement?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a lot of excitement. We put a lot of work in throughout this preseason, so we're looking to just put that work to fruition and get some wins.
How much does kind of last season play into this one? Is there kind of motivation going into it? What does that kind of?
Yeah, I mean, I think that every year it's kind of like turning a new chapter of a book, essentially. I think with the start of a new season, we're always looking towards the future and what this year holds for us. I don't think there's much look on what the past was.
And if I could ask you about just kind of the new jerseys, how do you feel about them? You like them?
Oh, I think they're incredible. I think they really represent, the 20 years the Houston Dynamo has been around, and I can't wait to pull them out, wear them.
And it feels like the team is kind of getting back to those glory days of when it first was established. What does that 20 years, I guess, represent to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just history. It's history and culture, and I think, we're trying to build what we've had here before, which is championships and winning performances, and so I think we want to just keep that rolling.
All right, well, first, welcome to Houston.
Thank you.
You went straight into training today.
Yes, sir.
How do you enjoy meeting your new teammates and getting your first session in?
It's good. I'm really happy to be here. The vibe seems really good. I like the coaches. I like the players. Everyone gets along well, so I'm really excited. Looking forward to it.
And at first glance, what do you think about the culture here at Houston Dynamo? And how do you see yourself fitting in the teams?
I love it. I think I'll fit in perfectly. The camaraderie of all the boys seems really good, and I think it's perfect for me.
And you'll get to experience your first Texas Derby at Dallas Stadium. What are you expecting for the atmosphere to be like, as well as how excited you are to possibly play your first minutes with the team?
I'm expecting a lot from it because, like you said, it's a derby, and I expect it to be a war out there on the field, and I think it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Any questions?
Is there challenges to kind of joining a team kind of a couple of days here from opening night?
As long I'm fit because I was in preseason, I'm ready to play. I'll try to get in with the group as quick as possible and get to know everybody, all the names and everything. But yeah, there's definitely probably a challenge there. I've never done it. This is the first time, so just going with the flow, and we'll see how it is.